did you want me to go over how I arrived to where I arrived to, or um, did you have a specific question that I can answer?
I just had a couple of general first questions.
Yeah,
Since start off with, so in the Dodge Ram that you sent over, can I ask which of the lofts you were a part of, and
I
it
work for
sounds
all of
like
them.
you
Yeah,
were in all of them.
yeah, I work for the man himself. I'm his silent assassin. I hide in the background. I beat up the banks. I give the dealer the smackdown. I get everybody on board. I got to make sure before you test drive. You don't want to test drive and you can't leave. Like that's like the worst feeling in the world. So Bill likes me to handle that part to make sure there's no surprises. It was a little hairy, the deal, because of the two open autos and some little other issues, little slow pays, and then, but we were able to get past, most of it for it to make sense. And then that's why I said, like, listen, any used truck you send me is going to be over 600 a month, probably, unless you got one with 180,000 miles. So, but this one I thought would make the most sense. Let me look at the number. I didn't plug the exact numbers into the system yet,
Sure.
but I gave her a ballpark payment,
Okay.
roughly 650. It was roughly 650.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, what kind of trucks can I get for 650?
Well, the one that I sent you, because that's the any other truck's gonna go up. So she just asked for 4-door 4x4. So if you switch to a Chevy or a Ford, they're $5,000 more right out of the gate. So your payment's gonna go up $100. Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. So I always go for the Ram. You get the biggest bang for your buck.
Sure. Okay. I
Mm-hmm.
got you.
Yeah. It just it's gonna hopefully serve its purpose for you, and if you want to pay the 750 range, we can maybe let me look at the Silverado just to be on the safe side here.
Okay.
I want to see if they change all the time their prices, but I always remember the Dodges are always gotten beat. But let's take a look. Ford, forget it. I don't know who they think they are, but so you know how they go.
Ford does be nice.
They never really have the best deal. See, like the cheapest Silverado is at 48, and that's after a $7,500 discount. So we are way up there on the price. Then I don't know that we can get away with it. I think I was already, skating on thin ice because I have to work with her income only.
Oh, right. Right.
And I had one more question for her. I just remembered. Maybe you can answer because I had her in salaried at the city, but then she had an additional income at 417 that I put on there, but I didn't specify exactly what it was.
So,
Is there child support or something, or
no, no. She's the event coordinator as well, so she gets money from that.
is there a separate pay stub for that? I'll have to
No.
find out. Okay, cool. I'll just have to get that. No big deal. As long as why it's legit. Otherwise, I got to remove it from the app and make sure. These are the little things that I'm doing to avoid the deal blowing up in our face once it hits their desk. So, because they do stipulate, even though it's a navigator deal with Cap One, they do stipulate I prove her income, and that it also has to make sense that she could support the payment, and things like that. So,
Right. Right.
and we were teetering right there on the dollar. So you maybe can get away with a little more, a little smidgy bit more, maybe. But then we're talking. I'm looking at this. I'm reading some of the trucks at the same time. Believe it or not, while I'm talking. So, I'm looking at the inventory. One just caught my eye, but no, it's a regular cab. So forget that. And so
Sure.
I'm just trying to find the 4-door 4x4, but that's your best payment right there, 4-door 4. Anything outside of that vehicle is going to maybe require more money down, or it's going to raise the payment up, and I don't know how far down that rabbit hole you want to go.
Sure. Sure.
If there's something about that truck that
It'd be nice to have something new. And the hit that she's looking for.
well, you're going to end up in a high payment or high mileage something or other. But go ahead. What would you love?
For color.
Oh, the color. Let me. Oh
So
yeah, right. I mean, now we're talking a lot more money. Let's just look though. I think so. The difference between the two on the quad cab, I believe, is about 12, maybe 12 inches. Let's see. So a crew cab will jump up at least $80 more, at least maybe more. It'll be over 700. I don't know how she feels about that yet. There is one Bighorn crew cab 4x4, and it's about 5,000. But after you put the extra taxes on that, you're probably $5,500 more money. So I can always. It's the color you want, of course. It's the color you want. It's black. So who doesn't love a black truck, right? So it does have the running boards, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful vehicle. I don't know if I can get away with it or not. I'm willing to give it a try, and or maybe if you're okay with the quad cab, I might be able to. I don't know. We have limited inventory out there in the 300-mile radius because there's only X amount of trucks coming off the line right now. But I might be able to do a dealer trade for a different color. If that's one thing to keep the payment to this closer to that 650, 660, without tipping that scale. I don't know if I'll get away with it or not. Going up 5,000, I could always try though. I'm always willing to swing for the fences, right? Yeah, yeah. But I mean, like I said, this is one that I was trying to keep the payment down because I think she wanted to be at 450, 500 or something maybe. And I even right off the get-go explained that that was an unrealistic payment goal right now, only because I know how expensive trucks are. They're a lot of money. And the rate you're getting is probably on the new one 4 to 5 points less than it would be on a used one. So that's why the difference is not so. Yeah, that's why you can get away with getting new for maybe 60, $70 more. You know what I mean? A little bit more, yeah, because it's a lower rate. So even though you're financing more, it's still a lower rate. The lower miles gives us the extra 12 months, things like that. So, but if you go to the BillWalsh.com inventory, look at that Ram Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 and see the employee pricing is $2,000 below invoice. They're only going to lose so much. So there's no negotiating, not on a new vehicle. So now with these types of discounts, because it's not even like these are like big rebate cash. This is literally just 100% discount. There's a small tiny rebate on them, but it's not dramatic. So it's all mark off. It's all write off. You know what I mean? It's all marked down. So, and then I said I'm happy to update on a used one too again. You may find another used one. I mean, there's a lot of pros and cons to the whole thing. The used one may have 120,000 miles, and you'll be paying 26,000, 30,000. By the time you add taxes and stuff, for a 120,000 mile vehicle that's sold as is. And you don't know how it was driven. You don't know who it was. I mean, we do put very high standard of vehicle. Don't get me wrong, but trucks are still work truck. Usually, most of these men have them for work truck. Work. They're you guys in your trucks. So, but having a brand new one, it does help because then you know everything about the vehicle, you know how it's taken care of. Oh, by the way, you need to know this too. As I'm reading these inventory, this 2021 Ram that's $5,000 more money. That's a 4x4, just so you can have the extra 12 more inches, which you may not need. You can drive it, the crew cab to see and the quad, but this crew cab is a 3.6 V6, right? And so this one here, the one that I'm showing you, is a 5.7, which is really what you want, I think. You tint the windows on this. When you see this color in person, you're like, why did I call her? She's going to talk me into silver. I don't know. I'm happy to do a search to see if there's other colors available in that same price point and we can get it for you. That's okay. We got retired police officers. We keep them busy, sending them going, getting cars and shagging vehicles, But, we do this, all the time. I just, obviously if there is one available, this is how it would have to go down. I'll find out when George has time to run that search for me, if there is one available in that price point. But I still, before they would go to get it or make the deal, I would want you to go in there and test drive that quad cab Bighorn. But even though we're saying, okay, this is the same truck, but we found it for you in black or something, you know what I mean? That way we can get the commitment from you before we go and do a dealer trade. Yeah. So I'll find out if there's any colors in that price point, and I don't know that you want to pay 5 grand more for the 3.6 just to get the extra 12 inch. I don't know how important that is. Yeah, I don't know. And so anything above that's just going to go real crazy on the money. Let's see, there is a crew cab 4x4 with the 5.7. There is one, and it's about 7,000 more. So now we're probably over 150 bucks more. We're probably getting closer to the 800. Trucks are crazy.
Yeah. So is it still a Bighorn?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, crew cab 4x4. It's the same color, except it's no, it's the silver one.
Really?
Yeah, but it's $7,000 more. And that's even showing us if MSRP is at 53,400 with a $6,900 discount, bringing it down to 46,400, right around there. This one that I'm quoting you, that has the quad cab 4x4 5.7, is 46,600 MSRP with a $5,600.
I got you. Yep.
It's a way better deal, discount. Um, so I guess you should just go drive it and see, and then let me see what other colors, and then maybe you can go from there. Pontiac's not too far from Ottawa,
Not bad.
and they're open till 7, but we work by appointment because of COVID. We have to make sure because we're very limited amount of people in the store that someone can hand you the keys. They don't go on the ride with you anymore. They're
Right.
just going to hand you the keys. And so you leave, the little deposit. We go get the dealer tray. It's simple. Yeah, I'll make it easy. Then the next time you come back in, it's super fast and easy as well.
Okay. So with the preliminary talk when you told me, you
Mm-hmm.
mentioned it. I'm going to ask you about it just
Yeah.
because you mentioned Chevy Speed 48 grand. What Chevy is that?
Let's look again here. There was a Silverado. You said, let me give you. Okay, so the cheapest 2021 1500 LT, which looks like it's got the four full doors. It's got 3.0. What is that?
Man.
I don't know anything about 3.0s. Okay, hold on. Here's a 5.3
Okay.
Silverado, 47,000, only $2,500 discount.
Wow.
It's not much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh,
Four door though. Is it?
it may be. It looks like it. For some reason, they don't list that in their description. Let me click here. It is a 4x4. It's MSRP at 49,750. It looks like it is to me a four doors.
What color is that paint?
Just trying to read this. This is some weird blue. It's pretty. It's like a slate blue. It's like a green blue color.
Okay.
Factory warranty. It's got a power driver seat, bed liner, tow package, heated seats, remote start. Yep, Bluetooth. All the normal stuff. Most of those have that stuff. It's called
Okay.
North Sky Blue. It's an LT all-wheel drive 4x4 5.5 foot bed backup camera. For whatever reason, it looks like maybe they only have the one version of the truck. Maybe they don't make the crew or the extended anymore. Maybe they just make this four full doors. They might have gotten rid of it, so they don't list it anymore. So maybe they don't list, this is this and this is that. Yeah.
That's the only one there is. I got you.
So that one's about 47,250, and so there's about $7,200 difference. Mm-hmm.
In the one guy.
In the price, yeah. And you're getting a bigger engine. You're getting a 5.7 instead of a 5.3.
Okay.
The only thing you're not getting is the 12 inches extra foot in the back seat, extra foot room.
For the Dodge.
Yeah, that would be the only thing. Yeah, yeah. And I don't even know that I can go that far down the rabbit hole either
Right.
with just using her income alone. Because I know that it was already. You may end up having to come up with some of that. Like they may not do all of it. They may say, "Oh, well, he'll need 10 grand or 11,000, and then we'll do it," or something like that.
Yeah.
She told me you got a bonus check coming at the end of the month or something. I just tried to. I called them like at the last minute. I'm like, oh shit, they tax you more. The more money it is, they tax you. So I called my payroll and I was like, is it too late to change my deductions? I didn't want them to tax because the more they put on the check, the higher the bracket, And I was trying to avoid them taking more taxes out because, I don't need that. So it was too late. But you could compare that one to the other inventory and see what you're getting. You can also stop there and check out that one and see if it'll work for what you're looking for. I'm also happy to swap out collateral on a used one again too, but be prepared there may not be a dramatic difference in the payment, maybe 50, $70, somewhere in there. So, probably or more, yeah. I already struggled so hard on that other one that you sent me because of the miles were so high. I had one bank on board and I thought it was going to be okay. And once I sent over her pay stub, they turned it from a green light to a red light. So, but the other, we're able to get away with this. Also, another reason is there is all that discount and some rebate money on top of your down payment. So that makes a giant difference. With the position on the loan. So a lot of times if you're in such a strong equity position, holding 10,000 equity or something, more than that, the bank may look the other way on some of these things that other banks are, and, are being they're antagonizing you. They're stipulating, this or that, or the open auto loans, and they, or that, yeah. So this is so far so good. It's a green light right here as it sits. So, yeah, which is big deal, and so hopefully you like it and it'll work for you, and then maybe I can get you another color and you can live with it for a few years, and then if not, like I said, I'm always willing to try different vehicles, or why not? It doesn't hurt to try. So, so never hurts to try. No, you mean this the as far as the two silver Dodges are at one store here in Ottawa, and the Chevrolet, I can have it arranged so that you test drive that one first. It wouldn't be the exact one because no, well, here it's one's in Streeter and two of them are in Ottawa. The best payment Silverado, the lowest, the cheapest one we have, but that's the 5.3 4-wheel drive. The That one is in Streeter. So here's how it works. It's really weird how they share me, and I have relationships with 14 managers, right? So we have two Chevy stores and two Dodge stores, and I am the rare bird in the group that the deal goes where the vehicle is. It doesn't go where I say, like if I had belonged to a very specific store, let's say I belong to the Chevy Superstore and I am their employee, I would be working for them. I could then go and pull that truck off a Streeter's lot and run the deal through the Chevy Superstore. But because I share the love for 11 years now, I don't do it that way. So it'll stay in Streeter, the deal. So it would be their deal. Otherwise, I've raised flags, and they all trust me after this many years, and it would be theirs because it's their truck. So unless I did a dealer trade, ran it through Chevy Ottawa. If you prefer it to be in Ottawa, then I could always do a dealer trade. So if you have access to some money, extra money down, there is a one. Oh, this thing is nice. Oh my gosh. It's the color, it's the equipment, it's like loaded, you know what I mean? It's an LTZ. It's got a great discount, but it's 48,417 after the discounts. 40,000? Correct. Yeah, that's what I meant. But that's a Z71 LTZ. And it's like it looks black, but it's got a hint of blue. Yeah, yeah. 8,500. I could try. I don't know. All I could do is call the bank and say, "Hey, what do we does this stick? Will this hold? Here's the new vehicle, and but this one here's the crown jewel of Montepur." Yeah, you can find it online, but I'm overly concerned about payment for you both. Just know you know, I don't want to set you up to fail. I don't want to set you up to have hardships when you have three. I'm the only salesperson that'll say this to you, okay? Like this is why I have a huge book of repeats and referrals. People come back to me because I don't want to set people up that are going to be, as long as why you guys feel 100% good and confident, but this one will for sure be producing over 800. It'll be up there. Here, I can plug it in. I'll plug it in here. Let's just plug it in. Let's see. Why not? Let's just plug it into the computer just to see what happens here, shall we? Okay. It'll take just a minute. Okay, let's go into there. Edit. All right. So if I change the selling price, what is it? This is all the money. Do you feel confident with 9,500? Should I put that on there just to see? Just to see? Okay. And $3,044 taxes. Sorry. It is what it is. All right. So we went 75, and then they gave us, what was the rate? 9 something. Calculate. Roughly with 9,500, I'm gonna ballpark it. If everything's compatible, all the discounts, I still have to go run all that stuff. About 781 ish, right in there, close to around. That's using 9,500 and cover that. You don't have to do tax, title, license, tags. Everything's in there. So I got to see if the bank will let us have a 781 payment with her income. It may not. It may not work. It may not work. It may. You may be. What I try to avoid is the roller coaster ride. This is why I have these hard talks that makes my job hard. Where yeah, I hate to. I don't want to get your hopes up and then let you down. Or we gotta. I try to just set it up that it makes the most sense based on. Our initial conversation was trying to be under 600, and so now I felt like, well, you got money on the side. I'm sure you're working. You do concrete work, right? Oh, you a builder? Okay, but it's not Okay, I must have. Maybe it was somebody else I was thinking of. My driveway, has three big sections of concrete, and I don't know if it's because the earth is moving or there's a tree, but you know how like some of them move up and stuff, and now you're gonna trip over it if you walk. How do you fix that? Do you like have somebody come in and grade it and scale it off, or there's no fix? Oh, damn it! Damn it! I'm not doing it. It's not happening. It ain't happening. I know what concrete is about. We'll wait till I make my millions. We'll just throw this house in the garbage. I have inventions on the side. I can't wait to meet you guys someday. So let me know what's happening. If you want me to update on that car, if you're close to that 781 and 9,500, you know what I mean? If you think that's something that you might entertain, if you want to look at that other one just to see, take some time and, really think about it. Because a lot of times the customers get really, well, oh, we're approved and now we can get something, and now we call that credit muscles in the behind the scenes combo, the customer's got some credit muscles. Yeah, do the number crunching. You don't want to do without a whole bunch of stuff just to have a truck, because this is not the truck. Okay, this truck that you get, I'm sure after a couple of years of paying on it, you can get the payment to go down maybe $70. But it's not, even if you got a credit union to jump on board and refinance it's not a lot of money. It's not a couple hundred. So it's going to be like 70 or $80 on a refi after a couple of years of sucking it up. And so, but you're still not in the worst position either. You guys are doing great. And that's why I felt confident that we can get this done on a new vehicle. With what she does have thus far, I felt good enough to try. I was like, well, she didn't tell me to do this. but I'm going to try it anyway. So, because of the idea, it made sense. So, but yeah, call me back. My cell. I'm here till 8. And let me know when and what you want to do. At the very least, if you look at that truck, the specs, reviews, all that stuff, and then we'll go forward. Hell no. I answer my phone until 8. No, 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 no. It's a matter of fact because Bill, the work that I do, a lot of it's just mostly behind the scene work. I don't, with COVID and stuff, I just really just have stuff so lined up that there's really nothing to do when you get there. You're just kind of like seeing if you like it, and if you like it, it's really like only 15 minutes of an e-contract. It's ridiculously fast once you get there. Once you're ready to take the truck home. So, but my point is if you think you're on board with that Dodge, if you really are, I would drive it, and then I would try to lock that one down. I'll ask. Do you want me to ask George if he can get a different color? Let's just see. You still open minded to the crew cab or whatever that is, the quad cab? Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, and then let's see here. There's a. Let me look at that Dodge real fast if I before I got you on the phone. The crew that you can test drive both of them at the same time. The crew and the quad, because you're. I mean, I just want to see in the price point real fast on the Ram. Okay, so that one's 49.84, and then the crew cab Bighorn is 46,474. So you're probably in because of that other Chevy Silverado was 48, right? So for every $1,000, you could knock off about $20. So that crew cab would maybe be $40 cheaper than the LTZ, maybe $50 cheaper than the LTZ. Yeah. Yep. 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 All right. Yes, it is. It is in Ottawa, but I don't want you driving it until I make sure the bank is on board. So don't be showing up at the dealership saying, "Show me this truck." You just talk it over and find out first that let's see if I can go for it. And I swear, I hope I can come through for you. But it's gonna require for you as well to step up. If the bank step, I'm pretty sure of it. We'll see though. We'll see. Yeah, yeah. Like I don't want to force any. Like again, if you're comfortable with the 8,500, or if I can maybe even get away with 8 grand on the other one, all I have to do is just call the bank and see if we, what I mean? Because she said 885, she was right in there, like ballpark. Just depends on how much they take out on the tax. So you have some wiggle room. Yeah, that's good. Well, like let me know what the most you think you're comfortable with down payment wise if you want me to go for that LTZ Chevy. It won't take me long to get that info to you. I just want you both to be. No, no, gosh, I can do it still before 7 tonight. But what I want to make sure you guys are good with the payment and everything before the banks. They look to book, and then every time they touch the deal, and then I gotta call them back and be like, "I'm gonna go back to the other one," and they don't. I don't want to update unless you guys are 100% comfortable and confident that it's not outside of your zone. Yeah. I'm not going to be the one you think of when you're writing that check. That bitch talked me into this truck. Just kidding. I am. Yes, but if you meet me, I'll be meeting you in the parking lot outside, and I'll shake your hand for a couple minutes, but then my part's done. Like the work that I've been doing, yeah, it'll be fast, yeah. But the guys will, in and out. There's nothing much left to do. It'd just be like a meet and greet and hand over to them to finish. So I learned this job in the city in Chicago. Like, just so you know, I want you to know because I know how to slice through these deals. I've been here 11 years, but before that, I was at 5 years at Olympic Auto Mall on Cicero Avenue with a baseball bat underneath my desk for 5 years. The place did 800 cars a month and spoke 100 different languages. When you don't know any better, it makes perfect sense. That's all you know. So, But the grass is much greener out here, and I'm a very solid benefit for Bill. I won't be going anywhere. So, unless one of my inventions takes off. So, I can't wait to talk to you. I'll be standing by. Yep, call me back if you need anything. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Yep, bye bye.